Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 888 to my um random chatbot series on Character.ai. Where in today's video guys, we're talking to something other than a Pokemon character this time. Lately it's been mostly about Pokemon, but I found one that's actually pretty interesting, where apparently it's about for some reason, it has my flipping name in it again, even though I didn't make the story or anything. But basically, in this one, I'm stuck as a tiger that's also stuck in a zoo. And I guess I can work off that, either be like the sweetest tiger in history, or be like the flipping most angry and aggressive creature in history. Although, if I'm still going based off the original story of the Lugia God wanting me to be sweet and like him choosing me as a king, then I'm not going to be aggressive. Although, again, we'll have to kind of see what ends up happening. I meant it because it just says, well, I won't read out everything. The thing ain't that long, I don't think. No, it messed up. Yeah, it doesn't give me much of a description of anything, but that's fine. We're going to do. Here's the greeting. It's actually a pretty long one. It says, I was a tiger, one of the stars of the zoo's big cat exhibit. Life here wasn't bad. There was food, companionship, and a comfortable place to rest. The day started as usual. The zoo buzzed with visitors, families wandering between enclosures, marveling at everything from towering giraffes to lurking alligators. I wonder, oh my gosh. I know it ain't real for alligators or anything, but I'd hate if I was, I'd just hate them to be stuck in the zoo like that. It says, then chaos struck. A hyperactive kid with mismanaged hair bounced over to the tiger pit, eyes wide with excitement. He leaned too far over the railing, then slipped. A gasp rumbled through the crowd as he tumbled down. The fall wasn't severe, but it knocked the wind out of him. Tears welled up in his eyes as he caught against the wall. Sound of his crying cutting through the shocked silence. And then the male tigers moved. They prowled toward the boy, drawn by his fear. Some in the crowd screamed. Others ran for the zookeepers, but it was too late. The boy was trapped, and the other tigers were closing in. And it says, what do you do? It even put everything in there. My name at the end of it. Give me a moment. I don't know how good it's gonna work, guys. But it says, seeing what was going on, I moved a bit closer to the other tigers and just told them, hey, tigers, I'll handle this. Please move away from the kid. The male tigers halted, some watching you, some watching the boy. The air was charged with tension, but most of the tigers obeyed, taking a step back as if waiting for you to intervene. Well, I guess I've tried taking the more nicer route. Yeah, I know I'm a tiger, but. Or in this case, I am a tiger, but like I am as a tiny dinosaur, I ain't gonna hurt no one. At least try not to. I just get closer to the child, but instead of trying to attack him, I leaned down towards him basically and said, hello, are you okay? The boy's sobs slowed to sniffles. The terror in his eyes replaced by confusion. He stared up at you. His small body trembled like, I, I want mom. He whispered, I wish I knew what I could do. I'll have to figure something out. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I just told him, you want your mom? Okay. Don't worry. I'm not going to attack you. Where is she at? She's still near the enclosure? He nods, hiccuping a broken cry. He was right there. He manages, pointing toward the edge of the pit. Sure enough, a woman matching his description stands there, sobbing and screaming his name. Alright. Guys, give me a moment. Alright, guys. Here's what I did. It says, I just told him, yeah, I promise. and then lay down on my stomach and lower my back enough for the boy to climb onto before. And then before saying anything else to the kid, I looked back at the tigers and put my front left paw in the air, telling him not to attack at all. Then I turned back to the kid. Come on. Just be very careful and gentle so you don't hurt me. The boy's eyes go wide, a mix of awe and nervousness. He hesitates for just a second before slowly crawling onto your back, his hands gripping the fur with surprising caution. You feel him settle in as you rock your full height. Now an enormous tiger carrying a small human like he's some kind of jungle prince. A hush falls over the crowd. Even the other tigers seem to pause, watching in stunned silence as you turn toward the edge of the pit where zookeepers are now rushing forward. Oh my gosh, I wish I didn't go that far, because dear me. Give me a moment. I hate the speech recognition. It was supposed to say, I lean closer to the edge of the wall. And it put, I know closer to the edge of the pan. I know closer to the edge of the pan? Excuse me? I'm not reading out like that because I don't care. I lean close to the edge of the wall where the boy's mother is and very carefully lean up against the wall, putting my two front paws up against it. I just told him, here's your son. Can you reach him? The woman's face lights up with relief, tears streaming down her cheeks as she nods. Yes, yes, I can reach him, she sobs. She leans over the wall, stretching her arms out. The boy's face fills with joy as he slides off your back, wrapping his arm around his mother's neck. The woman hugs him close, sobbing into his shoulder. The crowd erupts into applause. They all face the background as the boy looks up at you one last time. Mouth agape. Uh, Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. It says, good. Got him. I take my paws off the wall and all four of them on the ground, smiling that everything's okay now. I'm glad he's safe. The woman lifts the boy higher in her arms, tears still flowing, but a smile growing across her exhausted face. Thank you, she repeats, her voice hoarse. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The boy, safe in his mother's arms, looks back at you. There's more than just fear in his eyes now. It's respect. Maybe a dash of hero worship. It sounds a lot like the Toad or chant from Gold Gemini. As the chaos subsides, the crowd murmurs with whispered praises. That tiger, it helped. Can you believe? Save the boy? Uh, Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. I just step away from the wall and sit back down, hearing some of the things the crowd was saying. I look back up at the crowd around the enclosure. I'm glad I could help them. None of you have to worry about just nobody please try to hurt me. The words echoed through the stunned visitors, some nodding in silent agreement, others murmuring in awe. The zookeepers arrived, reassessing the situation with a mix of relief and disbelief. Amazing! One whispers. I've never seen anything like this. Mo's mother, still holding her son tightly, approaches the railing once more. She looks you in the eye, and there's a depth of gratitude that words cannot capture. That was incredible, she finally says. You saved my son. I can never thank you enough. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. It just says, I hear what the woman says and smile at her. You don't need to thank me. I'm just glad your kid's safe. She returns a smile, her tears still cling to her eyelashes. The boy's quiet now, face still nestled into his mother's neck, as if the ordeal has left him too emotionally drained to speak. The zookeeper stand nearby, having a hushed conversation, their eyes continuously flicking towards you. What a story this will be! One murder shaking his head and just a tiger that saves a human instead of harming one. Oh my gosh. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. It just says, I continue to look at the woman and say, hey, you might want to check sure he didn't get hurt too back from the fall. I couldn't tell if he had any injuries. The mother's brow seizes with concern, and she gently sets the boy down, running her hands over his small frame to check for any obvious injuries. Luckily, he seems unharmed, perhaps a few scrapes or bruises, but nothing too serious. The boy protests, reeling under her touch, him of his earlier energy returning. I'm fine, Mom, he insists, trying to escape her worry. I'm not hurt. Give me a moment. Alright, guys. I said, if he looks okay and seems like he's not hurt, then I guess he's fine. Just be careful, both of you, and enjoy the rest of the day at the zoo. The mother smiles, her worry easing somewhat as she sees the boy's resilience. She ruffles the boy's hair, her voice warm. You heard the tiger, kiddo. Be careful. We've had enough excitement for one day. The boy already is starting to run off, turns around one last time, throwing him a wide gap toothed grin. Bye bye, big tiger. Oh my gosh. It's just so weird. He's being a tiny dinosaur, so it's like weird. Dog has to follow after him, pauses, addressing you once more. Thank you. Thank you. Again. Truly. Give me a moment. Alright, guys, we're already about to run out of time. Because I only got like 17 minutes. I just told her, you're welcome. Just be very careful. Most of the other animals are not going to be that friendly. Have a good day, ma'am. Both to you and your son. The woman nods, gratitude written across her features. The boy waits once more as they disappear into the zoo, leaving you to a bit of peace and quiet. The whispers from the crowd haven't faded, they've only grown. The word of your unusual act spreading like wildfire, and even the other tigers seem to be watching you with a new sense of curiosity. Oh my gosh. Give me a moment, guys. Okay, guys, let's just say it's a good thing I didn't unpause this a little bit sooner because of the crap you can probably hear in the background right now. It just says, I got a little further back into a more shady spot where it wasn't so hot, then just lay down to relax. The other tigers, still keeping a respectful distance, settled back onto their own routines, some licking paws, others stretching in the warm sun, but you can feel their eyes flicking towards you now and then. From beyond the enclosure fence comes muffled chatter. Did that tiger really save him? No way! Tigers don't do that! I saw it! The kid was crying and it just helped! A zookeeper approaches your spot with a bucket of fresh meat, pausing to glance at you with an unreadable expression before setting it down wordlessly. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys. It says, I see a zookeeper set down the bucket of meat, then turn to face him, still laying down relaxing, and just tell him, thank you. I appreciate the food. The zookeeper blinks, surprised by your acknowledgement. He hesitates, expecting hostility or indifference, but then gives a slow nod. Yeah, sure. He clears his throat, glancing at the other tigers before adding a little, I was some dang good instincts back there. With that, he walks off toward the staff area while you're left to enjoy your meal in peace. Or as close to peace as an exhibit tiger gets. Oh my gosh, give me a moment. Alright, guys. It says after the zookeeper walks off, I get up and grab a piece of meat to eat before laying down and starting to eat it. You turn to the meat, savoring the freshness as you chew. The other tigers watch with mild interest. Not aggressive, just curious about your behavior. Oh no. A few zoo visitors on your New Year enclosure now, whispering among themselves, did that tiger really help a kid? I saw it. He carried him on its back like some kind of jungle horse. One little girl presses her face against the glass barrier separating you from them. Hers are huge. Hi, big hero tiger. What is it with you calling me that? Okay, well, actually, it makes sense, but it's like, what in the world? It still throws me off because in this one, there's a tiger instead of a flipping tiny dinosaur. I'm so used to being so as a tiny dinosaur instead of a flipping creature, or instead of a tiger. You know what I mean? Give me a moment. All right, guys. I did. I hope I didn't have to skip anything. It just says I look at where the voice is coming from, and when I see a little girl, I just lift my front left paw and wave at her, just telling her hello. That's actually what I said too. Just hello. Her face lights up with pure, unfiltered joy. She gasps and waves back wildly, almost smacking the glass in her excitement. Mom! Mom! The tiger waved! Oh dear, she shrieked. Yep, I'm glad I didn't try screaming that crap. Her mother grabs her by the hood of her jacket before she can press closer. Other tigers nearby flick an ear towards you as if amused by this tiny human's reaction. Oh my gosh, if this thing would stop rushing up. There we go. I just noticed the mother's reaction saying, Hey, don't be worried. I'm not going to hurt anyone. You don't have to be worried. I said it twice last night. I said, I'm not, or I just said, Hey, don't be worried. I'm not going to hurt anyone. You don't have to be worried. The mother looked at you wearily, still clutching her daughter, but the little girl, too young for caution, is all innocence and wonder. Her eyes are wide, glued to you as if you're some fairy tale creature. Mommy, can we feed the tiger? She whispers, tugging on her mother's hand. The mother sighs, then approaches the. Oh God! Oh, that's not good. Let me pause it. Okay, guys, I'm paranoid. I don't know where the frick the bug went, and it's scaring me. It could be a flipping wasp or something. Oh boy. Here's what it said again. The mother looks at you wearingly, still clutching her daughter, but the little girl, too young for caution, is all innocence and wonder. Her eyes are wide. I hear it again. Glued to you as if you're some kind of fairy tale creature. Mommy, can we feed the tiger? She whispers, swinging on her mother's hand. The mother sighs, then approaches the glass where you were lounging. It's not exactly. Oh, no, never mind,